work on the rear bumper braces, and these are on step number 122. Let's go ahead and grab the bottommost portion of the brace, and I kind of got smart this time and pre-installed one of the screws onto the pivot post. Now this is going to set right in here. It's going to slide right in, supposed to, and blindly I'm going to try to find that hole and slip this through, just like so. And we are going to put a screw in the second end, put a little bit of Loctite on there, and lock this down with a screw. Second part is going to be this unit here, and it is going to slide into the smaller area. Is that right? No. Had it backwards. We're going to go through the larger area here. And again, we're going to use a post, and I've pre-installed a screw in one end. That's not right. What am I doing wrong? I'm going to have to go back and read the directions. Ha ha ha! How do you like them apples? Okay, now that one has flown over the cuckoo's nest, we'll get this going right now. Okay, forget this. We're not working on that. We're working here. I just had a pretty heavy-duty brain skid. Okay, we're going to use this portion of the brace. As you can see, it's curved. And we're going to take the small end and is going to curve towards the back. Not under, but over, like so. We're going to slide this to the outside of the unit here. And we're going to insert our, let me go from the other side here, make it easier for me. Going to insert the tube through and align everything up. Push this back till it's even. Now we're going to take this unit, and it's one way, it doesn't quite matter which way you put it in. We're going to slide that inside and push the tube all the way through. Now we're going to put the screw on the other end. Woohoo! There we go. Getting closer. I don't know what happened to me. I think I'm getting punch happy here. Been up too many hours doing this. Alright, so now that's all set in, and these are going to hold the bumper in. Let's go ahead and get our pieces and parts out and ready for the next step, which is going to be installing our mud flaps. Step number 123, my favorite part of the whole Baja SC, which is the mud flaps. I took the liberty already of installing nuts into the mud flap holders. They're kind of loose in there, so make sure they don't fall out. And we're going to grab our bumper and then the mud flap mounts. As you can see, the mud flap mounts are canted up and back, which allows us to get our screws in easily when we mount it to the bumper. So we're going to put those on the two outside holes here, and there's little areas here that those press into. They're supposed to press into. There we go. So we'll press those in, do the same over here. And then we'll put some screws in them. And those are the self-tapping set screws. There should be 4 of them, or self-tapping plastic screws. There should be 4 of them. Get those put in real quick. Yeah, mud flaps I think are just awesome. They're what really made me look at this particular Baja when I first saw them. It was a must-have. You know, mud flaps are happening. As a matter of fact, not pumping my products again, but I will. We actually have little mud flap ornaments that go onto the mud flaps. We have little naked ladies, a little sheriff badge. We also have some flames. So if you really want to deck out your new mud flaps on your Baja 5 SCSS, you should look about getting a set. Alright, just about have this done. Alright, now we're going to mount our mud flaps. Pretty easy to do. First thing I'm going to do is take the screws, put them up through the center, like so. Do that on both of them, hold them on. Mud flaps are universal, so we're going to put those over the screws, over the little plugs that hold them in, just like so, and then drop on the holder. And again, these nuts are a little bit loose in there, so hold on to them, and we'll tighten them up. It is rubber, so you only want to tighten it down so far because you're pinching that rubber. You can torque on it all day and squeeze the hell out of it if you want, or not. I just put it on till the screws are just a little bit over flush. That's what it's going to look like when they're on. Pretty cool, huh? I love that. Mud flaps. Okie doke. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process for the other side off camera. I'm not going to make you sit through that again, so get your second one on and we'll be right back. Step number 124. We're going to go ahead at this point and install our rear bumper with mud flaps. I love those things. Okay, here we go. We are going to start by taking the two bottom supports and pressing them together. They're going to go together like so. Get a little better side angle here. Just lift up and the top one goes on the inside of the bottom one. Then we're going to take our bumper, and these two units are going to slide in these two areas down here. It's a press fit. You were dealing with three separate pieces to try to put together. So we're going to slide those, I'll rotate this down. We're going to slide those all together so that they line up. I've taken the tubes and I've used Loctite and pre-installed a screw into one end of each, and we're going to slide those through these three separate pieces. Kind of have to wiggle them to get them aligned, and the post is going to come out the other side. Going to do that on both. Ah, how fun. Working for the camera. There we go. And as you can see, the top portion here is going to align up with the top brace, but we'll do that in just a minute. We need to now install some screws on the insides of these posts. If you have a ball end wrench, it's a great time to use it. I'm going to put some Loctite on here. Kind of a small area to get my thumb in there. And tighten it down. If you don't have a ball end wrench, then you can use the supplied little Allen wrenches that come with your kit and tighten that one down. I'm using a lot of Loctite on these because it's hard to get these locked in. You can try to use another Allen wrench on the other side. And tighten them down like so. And you can repeat that process on all of the tubes that we've put in there in the past. I've done that off camera. I just realized I forgot to do it on camera. So get those all tightened up. And we got one more to put on here. Drop this screw in there. Kind of a tight angle. I'm going to just hold the screw in there and use my Allen wrench. Try to spin that. There we go. That'll suck it in there. Nice. Get that started and turned in. Then use my little Allen wrench to hold it and snug it up. Now we're going to use the 2 shoulder bolts that are included. And let's pull this bracket down and go ahead and rotate the bumper up until those align. Don't know if we can get that on camera. This thing's getting heavy to move around. But I think you're going to get the picture here. These 2 pieces here with the ears align in, and then we're going to use the shoulder bolts that are supplied to hold those in. There we go. They're a little tight to push on because of the alignment. And then we will find our little tools here. Got it all ready. And we're going to insert the little flange nuts on here to hold them in place. And again, sorry about the angle here. This is one of the last pieces that we have to work on from the back. And it's just getting so long that the camera angles are difficult. Yeah, just off camera if I spin it around there. Oh well. I think you guys are smart enough, excuse me, guys and or gals, are smart enough to know what we're doing here by looking at the directions. And this one is now all tightened up. That's the end of this particular step for installing the bumper. And you can see that it's all mounted up nice now. We've almost got our Baja done. We're going to skip ahead to step number 125 and install the rear skid plate and the side protector panels. So go ahead and grab all of your pieces and parts and get them together, and we'll move on to step number 125.